Alrighty, with part 2 of what to do. I looked down and I saw Jophiel and I got excited, really full of joy. And the rainbow children, oh, the mastering of our waters. With what? Boys. What are those archangel fire oracles? Who am I? Ah, the messenger of God. I am the high priestess Phoenix. That is Mary Magdalene. We're going to do a teaching with Mary Magdalene, the Holy Bride of Christ, along with a part of myself, which is the Holy Mother, the Kali. I am the High Priestess Phoenix, your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman. Oh shit. Seer, Oracle, Lightworker, Starseed, Archangel, Mystic, Medium. Are these them? Psychic, Witch, Yogi, Guru, Evangelist, North American Sybil. I am the messenger of God, the first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. I'm also the Kali, the Morgan, Medusa, the Ceridwen, the Bridge, Persephone, Kanyen, and Isis, and so many more. Here in the fleshy flesh. In order to keep up with me, you had to see I posted my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. I just posted that one. I've been waiting for this. Hey, I do have all kinds of great magical powers that God is wasting. Really? He's not. He's preserved for what? I don't know. Jelly and jam. Preserves. When the time is right, he will use all this greatness. But for now, we're going to go into a greater level of love and light. What's going on? Well, after the purge. Who's Mary Magdalene? Well, there's Jesus. And I'm thinking after doing this, I'm going to have to find a place for her. She needs a place at the altar. Really? I mean, I've always wore her emblem around my neck. Oh, we're going to start. I said it in my earlier video. I knew I was getting a new ascension, oh, here we go. There's a card for her too in this. I knew I was getting a, these ones, a new ascending master because I pulled the Hierophant card, and that's what that means for me. It means next level commitment or next, graduation ceremonies. It means taking it to the next level. So I'm almost there. And then it all kind of came together today. I was given a book, which was not the book. There's a million books called the freaking Magdalene Codes. That none of those were right. And I started looking, and then I recognized this book that stood out to me at Isis bookstore when I was looking for information on Metatron. And then I remembered when I purchased this book and I started reading this book, what happened? I opened myself up to Bobby again. I shut myself down to love. I opened myself up to it. Next thing I know, I was stuck with, damn, that's pretty. I was stuck with Metatron for like ever. Really? So the access of love gets you to those higher levels, but you have to be able to give into it. And that takes, on my behalf, takes a lot of, I told you she works with the waters. Already knew this. Divine Alchemy. Anyways, in my video, I said I got a new ascending master. We have a card to go with it. Many. Saint Germain comes up too. Who is Saint Germain? It's a long story. Part of alchemy as well. She carried on Christ's teachings. Now you have to understand, she believed in Christ to begin with, and she was by Christ, and she believed everything he said. She lived by what he said, and when he left, she went on to teach that. Many would say she had no authority, but there was those that listened and those that received her message. I have a book. It's put away. It's not really that far. Yeah, it's way over there. I bought a book when I bought the Melchizedek order, when I got the Palladian book, and I got this book, and it was called The Revelations of the Age of Aquarius. What it was as an artist, he painted a picture of Mary Magdalene and Jesus's love for each other, and when people witnessed this picture, they had an awakening. So they are the highest level of love. They are the holy union. Really? Brought together by God. That's it. So as I'm going towards my holy union, I'm moving into another level. And that's what I said. The Shekinah and the Sophia are beyond Empress level. This is beyond the tarot. Really? What's beyond the tarot? Many things. But the closest thing you can describe would be if there was, and that's where we take this further, if there was a mixture of the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Empress, that would be the Shekinah, but they said that the Shekinah took its first form in the Sophia. It's an energy, it's a code. The people that followed Mary Magdalene's teachings were that they would learn the Gnostics, they were called the Sophians. She was protected. She carried on the teachings of Christ. She had the Holy Spirit as well. She was pregnant. She did have a child. It's depicted in this book. I'm going to read a little bit out of this book. This book just talks about, it's not very descriptive, and that's why we're going into another book. Interesting as enough, we stop at the jealous sorcerer. Where is it? The bride's reception. What is it? We're just reading stories all over. It was just stories taught, same as Jesus. People's accounts of of the stories written about her put together. The bride's reception. As we know, pagan seers foretold the birth of the Holy Bride, and among the people of the new land, there were prophecies of her coming to them and living among them. Okay, stop there. When I travel to these lands, I'm fulfilling prophecies. They know that I'm coming. They know me by different names and different ages of different cultures, but they know I'm coming. Really? Their ancestors have told them about me before I got here for a long time. The pagans know about the goddess, and they know that it was the dark goddess. Really? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. The incarnation of the great goddess. Thus, when Our Lady arrived and the people heard her preachings, and behold, the presence of the power of Christ, the Sophia, they received her as a holy woman and goddess. Quite naturally, the people began to worship her, but she did not allow it. She taught them, saying, "What I am and who the Lord is, you are also." And that's what I teach you. Everything that lies within me lies within you. And you will not pray to me, you pray to God. And that's the goddess's role. I support the God. We were devised before Jesus came to bring it all together. True? True. What? Can you wait? I'm in a good teaching. I know it's. Oh, that's great. Okay. Are you talking about like football, soccer? Okay, cool. All right. What I am and who the Lord is, you are also. The one life power is in you. Worship God Most High, our Father and our Mother, and worship the truth and the light in the Spirit. Do not worship or bow down to any appearance, whether in heaven above or earth below, or beneath earth, or the Holy One worthy of the worship in the greatest Spirit, and is invisible. This was a teaching she had given everywhere she went. By and large, by and large, the people swiftly understood what she was saying, and many came to became true Christians, with which is to say, Gnostic, knowers of Christos. News of the arrival of Saint Mary Magdalene spread swiftly in the new land. Many people came out to see her as she went from village to village, preaching the gospel of truth, teaching and initiating and performing many wonders. Now that's where my future of travel. I have to be able to travel to do this. I have to go to the lands, pop-ups, I guess, if you want. And that's what God taught me in Oklahoma and in Las Vegas and in Colorado. If you can do it here, you can do it anywhere. Little by little, he was teaching me to be brave, to stand in front of the people and teach his word. And now I can do it wherever. And that, well, I'm preparing to stand on the platform and teach these words, teach these messages for them. Really? Resurrect the old teachings and we walk by them. Thus, the presence of the Holy Bride was like a wildfire spreading through the people in the land, driving out all darkness and manifesting the grace of the spiritual sun. There she lived, and among the people for many years, and Saint Michael after her. Thus many call southern France a new holy land, because the holy bride was received there and lived there in great joy. Okay, the next chapter, and then we'll stop and I'll go into that card. The jealous sorcerer. In the new land, Lady Mary became well known as a holy apostle, which is to say, a prophetess of God and a wonder worker. People came from great distances to seek the help of the bride, to listen to her teachings and witness the wonder she continually performed. She helped everyone who came to her in faith and in good heart. She taught and initiated all who desired to receive the spirit of truth. Stop right there. God told me, he asked me, and again, I'm just supposed to extend myself. To be honest, I never expect anyone to answer the calling, but I'm preparing for when I do this with multitudes. I'm not doing something that you can't be part of. And in order for you to understand what it is we do, I'm supposed to bring you and make you a part of what I do. So I told everyone that the full moon is next Tuesday, and if you wanted to reach out in the comments and tell me that you wanted to be part of it, and I explain what we'll do, which is the offering, and then I have to bring together the elements, and then we put our intentions and we go from there. Each person is different on what they want to achieve and receive from the Holy Spirit, and that's it. Not everyone so easily received the bride, however, for among the priests and the priestesses of old religion, many were unhappy with her presence. They felt her power among the people diminishing, their power among the people diminishing. And that's where they call me a cult buster, because people like tarot readers and religions and stuff, they lose their power. Why? Because I give it to the people. I re empower people to where they're not dependent off of others and they don't like it. They felt their power among the people diminishing. However, most tolerated her presence, feeling she was a holy woman and did not actively strive against her. There were just as many who clung to the old ways among the people as who sought the ways taught by Our Lady, and Lady Mary did not impose herself upon those people. She left each to choose for him or herself. Yet there was a sorcerer who came sorely jealous of her. He was once considered the most powerful wonder worker in the land and invoked dread in people because of his inclination to dark forces. Thus, becoming angry and filled with hatred of the bride, he sought to undermine her works of wonder. He worked his sorcery to plague anyone he heard of who had been helped by Our Lady. All his efforts came to nothing, and this kindled his rage even more. One night, while he slept, an angel of the Lord came to him in his dreams and warned the sorcerer not to take stride on the sons and daughters of the light. Nevertheless, in spite of this, he continued to invoke the work of pain and hatred. Then the risen Savior appeared to him in a vision and said to him, "Look and see the one you are persecuting, and behold your own undoing." The sorcerer saw his own death, but he thought it was merely an enchantment casted by Lady Mary to frighten him. Falling even greater rage and darkness, he cast a spell of destruction, seeking to steal the soul of Our Lady. Then the angel of Our Lady appeared to the sorcerer and gave the soul of Our Lady to him. The soul of Our Lady became a great light presence shrouding him, but to him it was a fire of Ganea, I don't know, and it completely devoured him, so that he was burnt to death. Casting his unholy spell, he invoked judgment upon himself. In truth, Our Lady merely gave him what he invoked, namely her holy soul, which is the Christos. What? I told Wolfman, "You want my power? Come get it. I'll give it to you. But what are you going to do with it? It will destroy you." Love is suffocating. What do you think I'm fighting over here? What do you think I'm trying to protect myself from? What do you think I'm running from? It's the love. that's inside of me that God wants me to give to people. I give it and I give it and I give it, and it hurts me. It's never ending. You want the power to see, but then you can't see anything else. I can't stay focused on this world anymore. It no longer exists. I'm constantly being fed information from God. You want to talk to dead people, but you don't talk to them. They talk to you, and you don't choose. And they're talking to you because they're giving you a job. All of this is a job. You're supposed to make sense of it and still somehow live in this world as a fucking freak. An absolute fucking freak. People thought I was so Jesus Christ. And they still do. And they still do. God asked me to jump in public forums and tell the comments and tell people that I'm literally Lilith and that I'm reincarnated. And people laugh at me. They mock me. They pretend like I'm not real. They make fun of me and call me crazy. And you want this? I'll give it to you. I'll teach you everything I know. But what are you going to do with it? And that's the burden. I won't be the only one cursed with knowing. I won't be the only one that can see these things. That's the blessing, is to have someone to share it with, I suppose. But you know not what you ask. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, bro. You see everything in the eyes of Christ. You see everything. And you have to change the way things are and make them better because you can see the way to it. And you're driven by this madness. You're cursed by a calling of God. I can't never turn it off. Just quiet. I don't know, but God says, give it to him. I know everybody in the world wants my power and I know what they want it for, but I don't know what you wanted it for. And I just assumed you wanted it for all the stupid things they want it for. But God says you're worthy of it. And he'll take it from you if you do the wrong thing. So I shouldn't worry about such things. And to be honest, to have someone that has it as well is all I've ever asked for. Just give me one, dude. Just one person. Just one. But I've told you a million times where it comes from. You have to at least clear out the mind to receive it. And you have to keep clearing out the mind to become your higher self. And I told you who you are. Why are you worthy? Because you're the Lord of the underworld. Where are we? Hell on earth? None of the other lords wanted to step into their power. They wanted to just be powerless with everyone else burning in hell. You have to break free of your own hells in order to teach others. And I've been teaching you how this whole time. But it can't be faked. And I give it to everyone freely. I tell everyone all the time how to do this. Moving on. The next morning, the sorcerer's young apprentice found him dead. He became terrified, and he knew what this his master had been doing. The apprentice went to the lady in fear, seeking for her forgiveness. He came to the Lady Mary, trembling in his approach to her, and said, Mistress, my master is dead. Please forgive me for my evil. Mary reached out and touched him, and the demon departed from him. Then she said to him, Child, you are forgiven. Turn away from the darkness and come into the light. Go and do for everyone what you would have done for, or what you would have them do for you. Live by the way of love. And that's really what it is. I can alchemize it. Many people have tried have sent death magic at me, and when it didn't kill me, they were afraid of what would happen to them. They didn't understand alchemy. They'd never seen anyone live through that. Don't get me wrong, it affected my body, but ultimately you sent dark magic to the dark, you know what I mean, to the dark goddess. It wasn't meant to kill me. And that's why it was meant to, you know what I mean, to teach you a lesson so you could turn away, because the next one might kill you. And that's what happened. If it didn't kill me, then it's going to kill you. Nobody's dying. Stop doing this. Really? Now I got to a certain level, I was never ever able to return magic. In the beginning, I taught everyone how to do it. I was fully aware of how to do it. Then I just alchemized it. News of this went out to the land, and no one sought to challenge Lady Mary by dark arts again. It is said that those who practiced the dark arts depart the land, and those of the old religion remained, and who were inclined to the path, who were not inclined to the path of darkness. The next one talks about the world of spirits. It's just an anointing, and all she was doing is the same thing I'm doing. She was anointed by God to carry on the message, and that's my anointing. People want my connection with God. First off, I'm connected with God because of the very beginning of time. It's just me and God. More came later for me to connect with, but the connection was always me and God. Adam tried to be my God, and that did not work. And that's what every entity and being ever um, envied about myself, Lucifer, Jesus, all of us, was our direct Metatron, our direct connection to God. She was directly connected to Jesus and directly connected to God through Jesus's words. Okay, now there's a lot more to this, but that was the same thing with Enoch. He was directly connected to God and the voice of God. Moses was directly connected to God and the voice of God. You know what I mean? All of them. Joseph, Mary. There was not something in between us. It was literally the voice of God or an angel of God that came to us to connect us to God. So, something I have to identify with straight up is I am a divine being of the divine order. I am goddess. Not every one of your souls are of the highest level of light like us. But that's what our job is to get low level souls ascended back into the kingdom of God. Though it's pictured that, there's levels and, God sits up here and you don't have access. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. There are certain places where each of us occupy because of certain space and time, energy, weather, whatever you want to call it. But nothing is not accessible to any soul because all souls are made of God, right? When you're ready, you can come into this room with us. You can come into the Holy of Holies. You can be with us and you'll be welcomed. But it's when you access, and that's what happened with me. As I started accessing higher levels of consciousness, I started accessing other ascending masters. So I knew right away that I was ready for a new ascending master. How long will we be with her? Who knows? Metatron, I got stuck into the darkness of existence and watch the creation of life start. She's beyond that. She's beyond the 11th dimension, which would be the 10th. The only thing beyond it is the 12th and the 13th. I come from the 13th. I believe she's part of the 13th. She ascended past that. Really? And that's just what that means. It's a certain level of consciousness that only high levels can get to. I'm going to teach you where I am and what she's showing me. And that's what it is. The point of this is to access God and bring it back down. I teach you all the different ways of the tree of life where you can access God, his virtues, you can access different angels, you can access different mindsets. It will get you into different levels of the divine. But I am literally the right, you know what I mean? I'm right there with God. And then he's like, and then they come and pick me up. Really? It's been like that since Oklahoma. The only time is when I'm going through the dark night of the soul and I'm in the physical. Then I've got the 4D, which is the spirit guides, which is my guides. But basically, yeah, they're on standby because I'm in the higher levels. Their job is to watch the 3D. And that's why I don't worry about my 3D. You're going to run into Pac. You're going to run into Kobe. You're going to run into Nipsey. You're going to run into DMX. You're going to run into all of them before you ever run into me. They're my guardians of the 3D. Guardians of the galaxy. Should we be writing a song, guys? Like, seriously, the rhymes. Really? They're rhyming and rolling, aren't they, though? So that's how that works. I'm going to pull out this other book. Really, what I said, though, is we had a Kelly card. Really? My Kelly. Where am I in my Kelly? Oh, I match. Here we go. So she's not going anywhere. Really? I have to find a place for her to appear on the... I'm going to have to buy some new holders. She can't be on the side of the dark. Really? She's going to have to go right here with Jesus and the Ascending Masters. Really? Amen to that. I'll find a great place for her. This weekend, I'm going to go get her book. I'm going to go find an oil for her. I'm positive that they make a fucking blend for her at Isis bookstore. All of this can be bought at Isis. I don't like to buy my oils at Isis. These are all the ones that have those blue ones. I like these oils. I like the ones that come from Urban Art. This is my Lilith oil. That one back there is my dark parts. It's half Lilith. It's half Lucifer. Really? Dark parts. We're going into higher levels of love. That's what I have to do to get married. And again, that teaches us, in order, we need an aqua aura quartz. Do I have one of those? No. I can guarantee you I don't have one of those. Not knowingly. I could in my ritual bag, but not knowingly. I didn't purpose. I have a watermelon aura quartz, and that's good for sexual trauma. But I don't have an aqua aura quartz. Fuck. My spirit's telling me those are... I don't know. There's a mineral store. There's lots of stores you can get stones from. I'm not sure if I can find that at Isis. They've got quite a few stones, but not so many. As soon as I said that, I saw that creepy one on 120th. That's way up in Thornton. Oh, fuck me. I gotta go up there tomorrow. That works. Really? Yeah, my kid's fucking optometrist is up there. I never gave in and found one down here. Just made him an appointment up there. So I gotta go up there tomorrow evening. Oh, I don't like those people. Those are real hidden witches. They used to be, unless somebody else bought that store. Where is it? It's off 120th and Huron. Really? It's back there by a fucking... I don't know. It's like a Food for Less, and there's a reptilian place, too, and shit. Really? Some crazy fucking... They've got cool... I don't know. It's random. I've bought random shit in there. It's just not... I don't know, dude. When you get around... When you're a practitioner and you just know what these people are doing. All these places look like... You know what I mean? They're not meant to look like fucking crack houses. They're not meant to look like witchcraft stores. And even the witchcraft store isn't as deadly as what these people are doing. Seriously, I promise you. They're selling you spiritual stuff, and you assume that they're positive spiritual people because they know what that's what you start in. Everybody starts in the light. Everybody starts in the light. Till you become a fucking Anakin and you're over there fucking praying to the devil. Right, Lucifer? Seriously, though. Anyways, I was just being told that they probably have the stone. There's a million places. We'll find the stone. Really? Yeah. Why? It's just power. Carry the power. The power. It's an element. So I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to be foraging this weekend, getting together all of this, and we will use this full moon to activate ourselves into the highest level of light, which is through love. Jesus taught so much, but now we need a goddess, and that's where I was like, I don't have a goddess to teach me. Oh yes, you do when you get there. It's about opening your heart to the highest levels. Really? Mm-hmm. All right, let me see the Cali card. These are two enormous cards. I'm so deep right now. We're only 30 minutes in. Let me just take a drink of tea then. Really? I feel like I've been talking for 2 hours. It's just the energy's thick. And I want to point out, I always pull out the Palladians book around full moons. Really? Yep, they juice me up. And then there's full moon shit happening. You can always catch me doing Palladian teachings around full moons. I get full moon fried. So I'm going to do the full moon ceremonies. I always do my ceremonies before the day of the full moon. And then I just sit under it frying. I could sit outside. The people are starting to get used to me sitting outside. But I could literally go up to my patio and just be chilling right there. I thought about that too. I could totally be sunbathing in privacy up there instead of out in the streets where everyone can see my thighs. Doesn't matter, I guess. I really don't give a shit what you see or don't see. Anyways, you're too busy staring at my thighs to realize I don't have any eyebrows. Fucking funny shit. Really? All right, let's move on with this. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. And what happens? I just take in a lot of information and it slowly leaks out for the next 30 days. Dude, May. There is a full moon at the beginning of May and a full moon at the end of May. That is heavy duty. Really? Mayday, Mayday. All right, let's start with this. What do we got? Barva something. Tarini. Number 44. 4 is the frequency of the angels, and it's a direct message from your angels. Really? I think it's like nearly the last card in this book. Nope. Yep. Maybe. Yep. 44. We're at the end. Ha! We've completed another cycle. You know what I'm going to do? We've done this like 3 times. I'm going to shuffle them now. That's how I start. I take the people on journeys. Same with the books. We'll start in the first couple pages, but before you know it, we're somewhere in the book. You don't read linear. No, energy doesn't go like that. No? Mm-mm. That could be annoying to somebody that's trying to stay on top of things. All right, number 44. The tantric priestess of karmic release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterns. That's me. I'm not getting married. I'm not having friends. I threw a huge fit. I even cried about it again today. It's so real. I don't want to. Why? I started out like that, guys. I'm just trying to get rid of that. Really? That's how I started out. It's not fucking funny. It's real. It's just, I'm seeing what I told Bobby. Finally, dude, after 2 years, I've been telling this dude I want to freaking get married and I want a future with him and all this fucking shit. I've been telling all these guys this bullshit. And I fucking have sex with him and I pull my fucking dress down and I sit there in absolute fear staring into the lake. I'm like, I never wanted to get married. I never wanted to have children. Meaning, after sex, I started panicking again that this was going to happen. I was too scared. I didn't want it. Why? I told you why, because I had a bad experience. Marshall thought he had the worst marriage until he heard my stories. Hey guys, my stories aren't even half as bad as some of these stories. I've been in domestic violence shelters. I've been around these broads, bro. Their stories are worse. I at least was, well, I don't know. I'm pretty pathetic in my own story. I don't want to say that I was any better because I wasn't beating the shit out of that guy. Should have beat the shit out of that guy. I could have beat the shit out of that guy. If it ever happens again, I'm gonna beat the shit out of that guy. Sorry. Sorry about my stubbornness. I don't want to give in, but I'm trying to give in. It's just a fight inside of me. Really? I really want to love you. I want to like love the shit out of you. But I have an issue with loving and commitment and happiness and all of this. It's just damaged. Really, I'm not damaged. I'm repaired, repairing. Watch how you talk about yourself. Not damaged. All right. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, you're not damaged. She appears. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentled. You shall emerge unharmed. There's nothing going on in my life. It's all going on inside of me. Really? Yeah. Nothing's going on outside. Really? It's quiet. Do you hear anything? Nothing. All day. Nothing. I maintain nothing so that we don't have to worry about nothing. All right. Goddess Kali, what is this? Bhavatarini is a tantric priestess of karmic release and spiritual blessings. She liberates devotees from karmic struggles. I know, I'm tired of this bullshit. Especially those who keep repeating the same old patterns with different players. Yeah, I'm not going to play this game with you or anybody else anymore. Really? They say I'm done, which means I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I've got to be done with this. I kept trying to learn it so I wouldn't repeat it. And that's the great part. I only did it with one twin flame. I mean, not the patterns, but I mean, I really only had to get like seriously fucked over with one. And that's just it. I had to repeat the patterns. Fucking his patterns are worse than mine, if you ask me. This is very unhealthy. Your patterns and mine are unhealthy together. That's why you want to find someone that their demons play well together. Not this. This isn't good. Uh-uh. You know, like me and Marshall, our demons play well together. We could make Grammys talking shit. This is okay. This is okay. Our demons are okay together. Really? Yours and mine? Not so much. We have different love languages or something. Ah. God, I'm not ready for you, Russ. It's all forgiveness and shit, but you still fucking bothering me. Stop it. Not yet. Jesus. All right, if I say that, I'm going to have to deal with Russ. Do I have any resentment to deal with Russ? No, Russ the Puss is fine. Go ride your bus. I love you, Russ. I'm not really resentful. I'm kind of over it. Really, I just took it a little serious. Oops, that was my fault. I may have took it a little too serious. I mean, you were being hurtful and I got hurt by the bullshit. But really, you're just a dumbass. And I may have took it too serious. Did you take it that serious? I don't know. It wasn't that serious. You were just seeking attention and I was feeding into it. That's again unhealthy. So unhealthy. Leave me alone. Really? Yeah. Moving on. Sometimes the jolt of the disruption is such a shock that it is temporarily unpleasant, and we feel, therefore, that it is unwanted or harmful. However, once we allow the workings of such disruption to realign our affairs, we will come to recognize and be grateful for what is taking place. We will see it as a saving grace rather than something we had to endure. I had to endure it. Just kidding. That's what it's supposed to be. Is it's not supposed to be such a terrible thing. Oh man, I'm so hateful about the twin flame journey. I'm like the most hateful person. That's why I can make my own documentary of just that alone. Later, I don't even want to talk about that shit. Really? Mm. Let's just talk about the awakening. Talk about twin flames in another video. Teach you. That's after I teach you magic. Don't really want to talk about that. Really? I mean, it's what got me here, but these people, bro, this whole community, they have this idea of what a twin flame is, and I really exposed the shit out of how fucked up this is. It's a fucking pain fest. Love and light. Get the fuck out of here. Even Wolfman didn't know that term until he got here, and he has learned this is not cool. Fucking soulmate, past life lovers. This shit ain't cool. Hell nah, bro. What the fuck are you doing in my life? Just kidding. The oracle predicts the ceasing. He didn't realize, dude, you got sucked in too. We didn't know. I didn't know what a twin flame was till I knew that all of you were. I didn't know you were one of my twin flames. I thought you were going to get me out of this. You're a doucher. Really? I manifested you to get me out of it, not be another one. Fucking guy. The oracle predicts the ceasing, and that's where it is. You found your twin flame. She's just like me. That's crazy. Well, I'm not just like you. I'm also Marshall's twin flame. And I'm also fucking Bobby's twin flame. And I'm also Russ's twin flame. Which means what? We are just like each other. Stop being so one sided. Really? Multidimensional is what I am. Realistically, yeah. Ali is just like us too. And so is fucking we're we're all pieces to the puzzle of what the dark goddess is, and you guys are all part of what I am. Really? Yeah. Seriously? And you're a part of what I yeah, that's I am part of what you are. No, bullshit. I came first. Really? You kind of watered down versions of me, but you're like me. The oracle predicts the ceasing of restrictive and negative influences. Cease to exist, mofo. Ma is adorned with flowers in recognition that is celebrated during puja. Like the fierce Kali who adorns in fearsome places in the dead of night, the kind Bharvatarini is adorned in celebrations of light. The puja, or sacred ritual, can be very simple. In most basic form, it is called to the Divine One to manifest on earth. I told you we're doing a sacred ceremony for this full moon. Really? Yeah, we're gonna doing some puja. Not puta, puja. Funny. Puta. No, puja. Fine, call it puta. It is a creation of light that has cleansing effect on those doing the puja. Sorry, I'm having fun. And if the intentions and receptivity are strong enough on the surrounding people and areas. That's why I said, would you like to be part of my ceremony? I'm going to call it in the light. Really? We're turning up love. Makes our attraction levels pretty high. And luckily, this looks like we're only going to be attracting good shit. You got to be careful with that. I manifested a black Aquarius and it came in the form of a very manly woman. You want to see? I'll introduce you to her. Seriously, it's fucking manifestations. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's them. They're fucking with me. Realistically, no, they knew I didn't really want a new man. That's where you're sending out mixed signals and it comes back mushy. Moving on. Barvatarini teaches us our spiritual activities can have a positive influence, more so than we think is positive. In a reading, Barvatarini foretells of a profound, positive, and expansive energy that will become available to us if we are willing to open our hearts to her. She also reminds us that we don't have to wait until things become severe to call on the Divine Mother's assistance. Why not call on her daily, not only to resolve issues, but to prevent from the gaining traction? I'm getting a download. Where is the book? Oh my goodness. In the beginning, I bought this book. Hold on. There it is. I got this in the very beginning when I got most of my witchcraft stuff. I didn't do the prayers, but automatically, bro, I was guided into invoking the divine goddess. My first book was Reclaiming the Dark Goddess. All of this was all about goddess. I knew shit about goddesses. Thought I knew everything about God in the Holy Bible. But that's what I learned, and that's the divine feminine. In this book, we haven't got through all of it. Last we were talking was the Seven Sisters and the Muse. Oh no, what page are we on? I turned down my pages, remember? Which one is this? Yeah, we were talking about the muses that you pray to for creativity. Actualizing your creativity on page 87. This was after you prayed to the bridge. Who's the bridge? Me. The daughter of the Celtic god of knowledge, Dagda, Bridget, taught mortals how to whistle. She also brought kneeing and mournful singing to humankind, representing smithcraft, poetry, inspiration, healing, and medicine. Bridge has a fertile aspect associated with embolic, right? And that's one of my days. The Celtic festival day celebrated the beginning of February, and Bollock is celebrated at a time when the milk of the sheep once again begins to flow. And that's where I became, from baby bridge, I became mama bridge of voodoo teachings. So anybody that's doing voodoo in like New Orleans and Africa and Haiti and all that, that's me. But it goes back to my Celtic version. I transform. I'm a shape shifter. That was just one lifetime. Really? Yeah. So this is a great book. What is all this? Oh, I just lost my page. I just found some weird pages in this book. Look at. What did you find? I found crystals. I found crystal information. Really? I don't know, guys. The Holy Spirit. I just do stuff. Really? Yeah, I was like, what are these? They're crystal guides. Look at the Grace Lace Agate. What are we looking for? Aqua. Lapis lazuli, red jaspers for fertility. All of these. I have them in books. Lavender amethyst. Labradorite. I have all of these. Oh, they're in alphabetical order, are they? Really? Yeah, so then let's see. A Picasso Jasper? Never heard of it. Power of Minis from Milk and Honey Ink. Where did this come from? I don't know, guys. I got this book, damn, in Manitou Springs. Again, in the very beginning when I bought all my witchcraft. I got all kinds of weird shit. Aventurine, Amethyst, Amazonite, Botswana, Agate. Wow. Okay. Anyways, stone information. It's a guide. It just teaches you what they are and what they're used for. Dark and blue jade, integrity. Jade is a reminder of integrity between mind and soul. Works on physical and spiritual plane, calms the wearer, and centers the mind. That's it. That's Reiki, teaching you how to use the stones. It's just something I found in this book. I didn't know it was in this book. Then I went to Plato. Aphrodite became a symbolic of spiritual love as opposed to mortal or everyday love. Really? Yeah. And this is where you go to pray to the goddess, as we were saying that. Really? There's plenty of goddesses. This is all about divine affirmation, prayers, and blessings. Contact the goddess you need when you need her. It was Serona Knight. Really? My first tarot cards, that's where the Morgan came from, and the freaking Kanyen pictures, they were goddess oracles that are read in tarot. Had to learn the divine feminine, bro. I'm teaching you the masculines, but this is all about the divine feminine, bringing God and goddess together as one. All right, let me go back to this page. It was about severity. You didn't have to wait till the end to pray for her. Something about that. Oh, yeah. Wait until things become severe to call on the Divine Mother's assistance. Why not call on her daily, not only to resolve issues, but to prevent them from gaining traction in the first place? If we align ourselves with such simple and happiness and inducing wisdom, our lives can become peaceful and free from unnecessary drama. Bhavatarini can take form of Kali Palaharani to destroy the results of our actions. Pahala means fruit. Harani means Harani, I don't know, means a female who takes something away. So Palaharani means a woman who takes away the fruit of our action. This means that she can conquer our karma. Kali Palaharani can cleanse our samakaras or mental psychic imprints. These are familiar grooves that keep our soul repeating patterns lifetime after lifetime. And that's what's happening. And that's what I'm here to do is karmic cleansing. I did these in past lifetimes. This is what Lilith always did. I have to stop Lilith or time doesn't change. Why? Because if you can learn from Lilith, then you'll stop your Lilith inside of you. Really? Because Lilith lives within you. Oh, you're not rebellious, huh? Okay, get away from me. They are compromised of habitual ways of thinking and behaving and that prevent us from evolving into something new and more suitable. Catch my earlier video. That's what we're working around here is catching our patterns and eliminating them. But it's not so easy because it's literally our way of life. Wolfman, I hear what you said again. You will have to apologize to that. To me, I think through me to God. If you just want to give up all your material belongings and blah, 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 I think you need to apologize to me or to God through me. It's not just me that you offended when you said that, bro. I'm just saying. Anyways, they are compromised of habitual ways of thinking and in behaving that prevent us from evolving into something new and more suitable. There are karma of stuckness, limiting our freedom, creativity, and expression. Samskaras can be negative in quality, such as inhumane compulsion towards perfection, but they can be something we consider positive, such as repeating attraction towards being a healer. Although being a healer can generate spiritual benefit, if we identify with it, it can undermine our freedom to grow spiritually. It can become over restrictive and even lead to suppression of aspects of our authentic being that don't readily fit in with the healer archetype. And that's what it is. I'm not fucking Jesus. I'm not a love and light worker. I am the dark goddess that teach you how to heal your dark ways. I'm not here like that. If my words are too harsh, then you're not dark. You're not dark enough for this class. These are the dark arts, dipshit. Technically, I run a cult. I'm teaching you occult teachings. Get the fuck out of here. If you have to lie to somebody, right? You have to tell somebody a lie about what I'm teaching you, then you're not walking in truth. You're denying what I do. I had to walk in the truth of it first. Do you tell people I'm a witch? Because that's what I am. According to everything that a witch ever was, I was the very first witch. I taught all witches how to be witches in every bit of time. Everything they know, I taught them in the very beginning of time. So if you have to justify to your friends and your family your beliefs and what I'm teaching you, you're already off to a bad start. No, it's not a cult. No, she's not a witch. No, this isn't pagan. No, those aren't dark arts. That's not true. I teach you all of that. If you can't be open about what I'm doing, you know what I mean? That says a lot more about your life. Don't expect me to, you know what I mean, pretend to be something I'm not when your family comes around or your friends. Don't expect me to, you know what I mean, to be all Christ-like and shit, like to be like, a Bible thumper and shit. Really? That's what it says. It can become overly restrictive and even lead to suppression of aspects of our authentic being. And that's me. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to smoke weed if you're a godly person. You're not supposed to have sex. You're not supposed to curse. You're not supposed to listen to rap music. You're not supposed to break rules. You're not. What the fuck? I'm not supposed to be me while teaching people how to be godly. You're stupid. You're saying I'm ungodly and that I have to be like you to be like God. No, 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 no. God made me like this, bro. I can see why some of it you find offensive, but God still loves me. My cursing, my smoking, my rap music, all of that, my shit talking, all of that. You're going to have to learn what God really is and learn that forgiveness and that compassion, that love that He has for you. That He didn't ask you to change, they did. And what He's asking you to change is not the outside, but the inside. He don't want you to change your outside to be likable. He wants you to change your inside to teach people how to be like you, not you be like them. Anyways, in the example of a healer, the Divine Mother recognizes the goodness in your heart and your genuine desire to assist, yet she will do what is necessary to protect your spiritual awakening and free you from attachments. Yes, even the attachments to help others. This doesn't mean that you no longer want to be a healer and that you are blocked from doing so. It means that you're not able to prop up your self value using external roles. Ultimately, this is a gift, but it is a lesson that many healers find painful at the beginning. What is that? If I can't heal you, then I'm no good at healing. I took that serious. I thought I just kept feeling like I was a failure at being a healer because that I couldn't heal those around me. My my ability to heal isn't based on your success. It's based on mine. Each individual person has to put in their own effort. I realized that. I didn't understand the workings of free will and how you freely are willing not to do this type of work, but you're interested. It's intriguing, but you're not going to do it. Every Monday, I go through a portal, a mini ascension. We take a step up the ladder. How many steps? A lot. Baby steps. And so every Monday, I would look around in my crowd to see if anybody had made the changes that we planned for all week. Did anybody go through a tower? Did anybody make any visible changes? Could I see that with any of my twin flames? No. Okay. In the beginning, it wasn't so bad, but then there was times, probably a good year, where I just every Monday I hated them. You stupid fucking pathetic motherfuckers. You're never gonna fucking change, are you? Why did I get stuck with a bunch of motherfuckers that don't have the ability to fucking do the work? Why am I wasting my time teaching you every fucking week how to fucking make these changes and you can't do it? I would cry, I would scream, I would tell God I'm no good at this. I can't help them. I can't do it. I don't have what it takes. They don't listen. I don't know how to get to them. You can listen to last night's video. Why am I teaching you this? Fine, whatever. I've learned to accept that it's not about who's learning, it's about my teaching. I can't worry about who's taking the time to learn it. And that's kind of it. A professor is a professor, right? So a teacher is a teacher every year. They can't stop the class because, they just got to keep moving the curriculum. And then at the end, they'll see if anybody passed the test. That's it. But I get really frustrated, and that's where I get real sour. I'm like, well, I was reading Monday's cards, and it says, well, this is a perfect time for everybody. Never mind. Nobody's going to do it. They never do. Fuck it. Why don't I believe it? Because I've never seen it, number one, two, and three. And second, because I focus on doing all of this all the time, I know how difficult it is. I'm literally crying every week. Nobody wants to do this. They want to watch it, but they don't want to do it. You get on fire about the changes you've made in your life and you want to share this with someone else, but you can't. And you feel like it takes away your fire just trying to give it to someone else. Really? Yeah. You're trying to light their fire, but by doing it, you're putting your fire out. I can't. I can't force my oldest children because they're already in their ways. They're in their 20s. I can't force them. I can't force my my own family. I couldn't beg my twin flames to get this. I had to just give up on their healing and just realize that this was about mine. But I do it with all intention that somebody can learn from this. And God says they will. I'll reach, it's a numbers game. After, I don't know, about 6 million people, 6 billion people have seen me, a couple 100,000 of them will start catching on. That's good. But that's all it is. But they were practice, and I felt like I was a failure because I couldn't get them to wake up. There were small signs. Logic made some changes. Royce, a little. Marshall, a little. You could see some kind of little changes, but no. They just kept, and I couldn't understand it, but that's now that I know, it just go, if you don't stay on it, you go back to your old ways. It just takes over. If you spend too much time in your old, and that's what I just shared, in your old environment, you become your old self. Anyways, every healer has to learn this, is where we were. A lesson that many healers find painful in the beginning. They need to learn how to offer their heartfelt work and not be attached to how it's received. If they see immediate results and powerful effects of the work, the challenge is not to identify with what is happening and make the divine grace about their own ego. If the ego is failing these lessons and getting caught up in the feeling superior or inferior, the Divine Mother will intervene. The lesson is that you can relish the roles you play in your life without allowing them to define you. You are asked to take care that you don't restrict yourself to the roles you play. Embrace the spiritual freedom and unconditional love necessary to be your full, authentic being. You are asked to bear the discomfort of no longer relying on certain familiar patterns to give you validation. This will open you up to a greater self on page 220. Self realization, self possession, and joyful freedom to your whole self. You are on the cusp of a beautiful breakthrough into a more positive era. To amplify this blessing, open your heart to the unfamiliar. Here's an invocation. Beloved Kalima, Bhava Tarini, Kali Palaharini. Please help us release attachments to the outcomes of our actions so that your grace can manifest without inhibition or constraint. Please absorb negative karmic momentum flowing from us or towards us. We place our trust in you. You are the strength that overcomes the current. You are the peace that arises in letting you go and letting go. I just got a great download. You are the grace and effective wisdom manifesting spontaneously for the spiritual benefit of all beings. May your beautiful kindness and liberating wisdom emancipate with my heart always. May I love you more than I love certainty and control. Hai Ma Kali, Hai Ma, Hai Ma, Hai Ma. What was it? I saw Kali myself. I saw her standing in front of an ocean, a big wave that's about to crash upon us. And she said, "Go, be free. I've got it." Sometimes we set ourselves, and that's what she's doing. You set yourself up for some bad karma with this, but I'm going to catch it for you. I'm going to take this out of the way. Really, I could have done that with just running my mouth real badly over the last couple days. I could have done some damage with my mouth, and it was going to come back to get me. And she said, "I'll take care of it." Who she, me, my higher self, is going to take care of the mess I made for myself, which is wonderful. But as I see this, I see myself. That's what I'm doing here. And that's why the spirit guides are over there. I'll take care of it for you. They had karma. They had hella years of karma. They had hella years of lessons to learn. Pac especially. He had shit he had to play out. He had karma. He had lessons. I promise that I'll take it for you. I got to learn these lessons anyways. And I stood before God and I said, I'll take on their life. I'll take on their karma. I'll take on their pain and their suffering, and I'll learn the lesson, and I'll return to you, and you'll take the lesson without the pain and the suffering. I'll do this for us. I didn't just do it for them. There was a lot of them I signed off for. I had to do it anyways. I had to do it anyways. Why make them suffer for what I was already going to learn? Just stand by. I'll take it. They had life contracts of fucking karma, dude, waiting for them. They had a life of hell waiting for them. I took it. The contract was I'll learn all these lessons because I have to anyways. I'll take your karma. You just stay on that side and guide me through it and keep me, you know what I mean? Keep me strong through the pain. That was it. Really? Yeah. Why am I suffering? Why are you suffering? Hey, bro, we gotta learn. Oh, we gotta learn. But we can learn. That's where our pain can have purpose, bro. We can learn and to how to alchemize our pain and suffering and teach people lessons that they don't have to go through pain and suffering to learn. Typically, the way that it was to learn these lessons is everybody had to learn through pain and suffering. It was the only way to learn this lesson is if you suffered. The only way to learn that was, you know what I mean? Like, that's why everybody has to go through a cheating relationship. No more. Nobody has to be cheated on anymore. We can learn the lesson without the pain. Can it be done? Yes. It was funny. Somebody said this once. Nobody's going to learn a lesson from your memories. That's not true. I believe that. I believe that we couldn't stop people from their karma. We can't really. We can teach them how to not let it destroy them, though. This karma, you've got this coming, dude. It's going to get you in the next life. What you did in this life, it's going to fucking get you. Shit. It got us, didn't it? And it's destroying us. What we did in past lives has come back to get us, bro. You may not know it, but I do. And that's where it is. We had karma, and that's what I mean. Fucking... I want to get all upset about it. Lewis sleeping with Kim, he's taking on all her bad karma. He takes on her bad reputation. He gives up his good word and his good relationship, his good karma that he has built for his whole life to take on hers. Is that an equal sacrifice? I don't know. Maybe it was meant to be. Or maybe you're just meant to endure her karma. Now, here's the thing about Bobby. That's what I said is... there's so many life lessons he hasn't learned, which is his karma. God's going to come back to teach him these things. And if I'm standing next to him, I go through the pain and suffering with him. Even if I've already learned this lesson, it's his turn now. Unless he can learn from what I've already learned. And you know what I mean? Something can absorb this lesson. If he's already learned the lesson, then it doesn't come to get him. But if you cannot learn this, then here it comes. I like this because sometimes we create problems, and that's what I said. I could have created some problems for myself running my mouth like that this last couple of days. Well, that gets me in spiritual court. I told you, my running my mouth at fucking at Wolfman put me in. I learned some fucked up lessons, dude. I was in pain and suffering for a long time for that. Really? I should have known better. I did know better. I didn't do better. I knew in my heart to stop running my mouth like that, bro. It's a pattern, and it's dangerous. And try to, you know what I mean? I'm hoping to God that, and that's Marshall. All that running of your mouth, bro. And that's fucking Kanye. All that shit you said, bro, it's going to come back to fucking haunt you. Every fucking word we've ever fucking said. Every thought we ever had is coming back to haunt us. Give me a moment. I need to grab something to blow my nose. Oh, look, how convenient. Really, I'm kind of that old lady that usually has tissue in my pockets or in my purse. Along with stones and herbs and weird shit. Anything but a knife, I suppose. Lots of hand sanitizers. All right, moving on. That's what it said. See yourself sit upon a lion throne with the thick garlands of red flowers around your neck hanging over your chest. Stick out your tongue and breathe out a fierce, cleansing breath. Then become peaceful. Place your hands at your heart. Sense that there is a guiding presence that knows exactly what needs to happen and when for the spiritual benefit of all beings. You can trust in that. You now become willing to rest in spontaneous wisdom of the heart. Place your hands in prayer and bow your head in gratitude and reverence. You have completed your healing process. It's the last card before going out there. Listen to this. Alana in-depth teaching about her and her special relationship with the four other faces of the Divine Mother. And these what I don't have is the Kanyin oracles. I don't have the Mother Mary oracles. I have the Isis, but I have them in a small version. And the Tara in the book entitled The Kanyin Transmission. You can find meditations and music dedicated to Kali on the Kanyin Transmission. Alana Fairchild writes a lot of my books. She's a trusted scribe of the divine. I'm pretty sure, let me see, if she wrote the Dark Goddesses. Did she? She wrote the Light Workers, I think. Where's my goddesses? My first book, my first oracles, no, she didn't. It was Rachel Johnson. Are these ones. They taught all of the goddesses of all pantheons, and they taught them in the form of tarot. Really? Mm-hmm. My first tarot pack was the Cosmic Seeds. Most of this shit, dude, I still use it, and that's what's crazy is we'll continue. Right now, it's gonna throw everyone off when I shuffle these cards. Really? Well, we take the journey one step at a time, but then we spiral it, and we can jump into different layers of it, and that's where it is. I haven't shuffled. We're on our second time of going through my latest tarot cards, which was the crows. I've never shuffled the Notoria, and that's because the Notoria goes by numbers and by the tree of life. It doesn't go by the tarot. It jumps all over the place. Really? Mm-hmm. These cards, the ones that you see in front of you, Alana Fairchild wrote for sure. Where's the guidebook to that? I can prove that. Where is that guidebook? Oh, I never pulled it out. It's over here. See, these ones, when I got them, I was guided to start in the back and work my way forward. We didn't start with the first card. The first card would have been Metatron, which is crazy because at the end, that's where we were. We did these once and we put them away. I never even did them twice, or maybe we started the second one, but we didn't stay too much online with them because these are ones that I only pulled on Sunday. And before I knew it, I have more light cards than anything. Really? Mm-hmm. When I started to find dark cards to help with the shadows, that was amazing. That was the hard thing. Really? My Black Moon Liliths are the best for that. All right, so let's see. 24. Where are we at in time? I'm done, to be honest. I'm just going to read the beginning and then we'll pick this up tomorrow. Really? We're going to be in her field for some time. I'm going to be finding more information about it. We're going into a new field. Divine Alchemy. Now, that's also Archangel Raziel. He teaches that. Saint Germain teaches that. I can pull that out right here. He teaches spiritual connection according to this. But, and that's an amethyst. We have plenty of amethyst. But according to my Archangel Fire Oracles, which is the ones I showed you that she's part of, that's where all those of them. I went to Actriel. Gabriel, holy moly. I'm looking for Saint Germain. Thanks. Hold on. Metatron, Sachael, Michael, Raziel is mystery number 25. I'm pretty sure that's who Germain is. Really? Let me see. It's not Samuel phone. Rychabel is number. Okay, so we got page 51. Hold on, I'm trying to remember all this. 51 and. Oh no, it was Sadakel maybe. Freedom and Transmutation. Yep. 51 and 90. Or 87. All right, let's just try it out. What am I trying to find? I'll tell you in a minute. 66. I went to Jophiel. We're in Joy. 51. There we go. It's 52. Rychabel is compassion. No, he's the chariot of the Merkaba. See? We pulled the chariot card today. I'm just going by the names they're giving me. The power of love that helps us recognize the incredible power of having loving thoughts. A harmonious angel who can influence centrifugal forces to find the most loving point between two opposing forces. He's a cosmic diplomat. This is Reichabel, number 11. All right, what did we say? Shit, I forgot what page. Kiribel, nope. The Violet Ray. Yep, it's Zadokal. Freedom and transmutation. Shown as the ascending master Saint Germain, the great alchemist, Zadokal's name means grace of God or righteousness of God. Really? Yes, he is known. Zadokal helps us see the higher perspective and rise above the ideas of wrong, good, bad, and see everything, blah, blah, blah. He's the alchemist, the diamond fire alchemy, the cloak of alchemy. Told you. Really? That's all alchemy right there. And Mary Magdalene teaches alchemy. Really? All right, get out of these books. There's too much going on. We bring you the blessing of divine alchemy. Divine alchemy is the art of transmutation. I made a huge video about that this morning. The application of spiritual conscious to physical form, so profound that an entire new form evolves. It is irreversible change. It is the coal transformed into the diamond, the lead of sleeping matter awakened into the radiant gold of consciousness. Successful alchemical transmutation requires patience, courage, and belief in the power of the spirit above all else. The radical and permanent transformation affected by divine alchemy may seem miraculous at the outsider viewing the changed form. Yet the alchemist knows that when the spiritual conscious meets physical matter, the world will never be the same again. On page 117. I'm going to pick this up tomorrow. We're going to read both of these cards and some more. I'm teaching you alchemy this week. And that transmutation, that alchemical transmutation of dark to light, how to take dark experiences and turn them into light, which is take your feelings plus and your higher conscious awareness and change the way that you see this situation. Change your thoughts, change your reality. You have to face your thoughts to change your reality. This is way high level. I told you it was. She's part of the highest level. Really? Yeah, we got lots of teachings. And I brought out lots of books and stuff for you to keep up along the way. Do I read all this shit? No, but you're welcome to. And we did in the beginning. We said prayers to all of this. And that's it. You need to know. That's why people pull out their Bibles when they're weary. They look for verses in the Bible. What do? I pull out all kinds of Bibles, cards, books. It's called divination. We talk to the gods. Fuck you, Bobby. I don't know why your cards and your gods are always lying to you. You're a liar. I don't know why you're always denying my gods and my cards. There's no gods in the cards. They just help you understand the gods. God damn it. Really? As I sit here looking at these two stones, they're absolutely beautiful. I have plenty of amethyst. Supposed to be opening up to this experience of love. I shut down a lot to it because I open up and I get really fucked up. It doesn't mean that you're supposed to shut down. Each time you're supposed to open up more. And this is going to be my big jump. This is going to be the big one that pays off. Really? Mm-hmm. My holy union. When does it come? I'm preparing to start. We've been preparing it for quite some time. The union is already, I believe we're already in union spiritually. It's just us coming together physically and it manifesting. That takes patience and time. The relationship already exists. We're already in love with each other and we're already married in the spirit. We just haven't met in the flesh. And that's where we have to be open to letting this unknown love out without suffocating it or filtering it. Trying to say that it, trying to limit it in a 3D form. And that's where we're both, whoever he is being trained. You're going to have to be able to let this out or it's going to kill you. And that's what's killing me. Really? What is it? Well, for right now, all transparency, they're trying to get me to let out the love I have for Wolfman. And I've been running from it. I know it exists in there. And the all transparency is they're supposed to align us to meet. They told me this on 11/11. I had 5 months. I've been fucking around, is what I said. Am I fucking around? Or am I doing the right thing? I don't know. If he isn't aligned with my open love vessel, that just means that he's not ready. That doesn't mean it stops me, and that's what these guys never understand. They think the bus stops with them. That if they don't love me, then I won't be loved. That's not how this works. And I can tell you, they've been around long enough to see this. When it goes stagnant, they roll in another one. And whoever this one is, it's the final. This is the one that I've been training for my whole life. I don't just say my awakening my whole life. I take the old programming of what was good, and I take the new programming. My whole life, this whole life, and since my existence, God has been training me to be this loving bride, this holy bride. I thought I was that before, but I wasn't. Truthfully, yeah, I'm fully aware of what's going on. Why do you think I'm freaking out? I'm about to lose my freedom. I'm about to lose. I'm not about to lose. I'm about to win. If I keep doing this, I'm gonna keep being a loser. I'm all right losing. I'm a great loser. I'm like the number one loser. I'm like the best loser. The world's biggest loser. Really? Really? I don't think I'm losing. It's all in your mind. Kobe, we're not losing. Are we losing? Are we losing, Kobe? No, you're great. Keep up the good work, champ. See, he's not gonna tell me I'm a loser. He won't let me believe that shit. Anyways, they also won't tell me that I'm falling so terribly short. They'll just tell me to work harder. I'm being honest. That's what God told me. Nobody wants to hear that. I was terrified too. When he first came on the scene, I latched on to Marshall. I was like, Marshall, are you going to fix this? Are you going to step up or they're going to put me with this guy? And then I was avoiding him. And then even fucking Bobby came out. Oh, he's such a great guy. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? The universe is trying to strap me to his fucking rocket, and you're over there fucking waving his flag? I cannot believe you. You're supposed to be the guy I'm strapped to. What are you doing right now? Oh, it's like Allie, fucking, supporting Russ. Are you supporting his attacks against me? You do realize what's happening here, right? Whose side are you on, you piece of shit? Fucking piece of shit. That's what I went. That was, oh God. And then I came at Marshall. No, you fucking didn't. Tell me you didn't fucking do that. He didn't. He was like, no, the fuck I didn't. Marshall, that was the moment I like literally could never, ever, ever deny our relationship ever again. It was the same thing that happened with Ali in those messages. It's like I could never deny it again. I could always say, no, he's not listening. Really? Sometimes Bobby will say shit and I realize he's listening. That's what happens with Wolfman. Oh, fuck, he really is listening. I'll be like, nah, he's not listening. I can say whatever the fuck I want. It doesn't matter. They're not listening. And then they should turn around and they show me they're listening. And I'm like, oh, you heard that, huh? Quit pretending like you're not listening. Stupid ass. Realistically, yeah. That was a huge moment. What happened? Russ manipulating me, pissing me off. He tried to say that Marshall put him on his fucking playlist. And I went running at Marshall. How could you fucking do this, dude? Why would you do this? Everybody's fucking taking this stupid guy's fucking side. Tell me you're not taking his fucking side in this bullshit. Marshall fucking posted immediately when I got in his DMs. He posted in his story a repost of this fucking list and who was on it, completely highlighting that no, I fucking didn't put that douchebag on my fucking list. And I just was like, wow. It changed our relationship forever. One, because I knew he was on my side. And two, that he made me know that. He wasn't afraid to show me, to stand up to me and tell me, no. And it changed everything. And that was the same thing too. I fucking got all over Allie. You're just like fucking Russ, huh? You're just like fucking Russ, huh? Allie's like, no. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess right. You're not like Russ. Well, quit supporting his bullshit. He never did. No, he shares all the rest of his shit. That's probably all we had in common is we both liked him at some point, right? Did you ever? I know Royce did. That's where this douchebag came from. Really? Yep. That's why I started following Russ. And I ended up at a concert. Then I ended up in his DMs trying to marry him. How'd you get from there to that? I don't know. It's in those videos. I don't want to watch them. All the twin flames did. They know. I don't know. I hate that. I tried to tell you that's how my life is. You know how fucked up it is that people around you know what's happened and you don't? They remember. I loved him. Oh my god. So embarrassed. I'm gonna die. Really? I mean, I don't know. Could be worse. What's worse than Russ? I don't know. Tree. Um, Never say never. Hey, I love you guys. We're gonna go through the ascension. I'll take you through the ascension, alchemy and shit. Love you. Laters. Bye bye.